So the message that came through and that is coming through is that there are two grids. They're in this planet, that it surrounds this planet and supports. When I say surrounds this planet and support, there are two grids. One is a light grid. It's a grid. You've heard me over the years talk about a network of light that we are all one with, that we are all connected with. This network of light is the light grid that has been awakening on this planet throughout our lifetime. Definitely most of us, it's been throughout our lifetime. And the energy of the light grid is what our planet is transforming into. People have talked about ascension. People have talked about moving into a multidimensional self, moving out of the three-dimensional self and moving into a more expansive state of self. This is the light grid that we are all aligning with. We are already aligning with this energy. And the divine message that's coming through for us all is that we need to more consciously, more daily align ourselves with the energy of what the divine is calling a light grid. The other archaic old paradigm energy grid that is also present here on this earth that we are all moving out of is what the divine calls, and what came through me as an ego grid. And this is a place of consciousness that, when we look at wealth, can have to do with competition, greed, withholding. It's an energy that holds us back from the limitless nature of self. And so we are all gathered together in this space to support each other, support ourselves, support each other, and have divine support through the whales, through Sandalphon, through all the divine energies that are coming through, all the masters, teachers, to support us in activating more completely the energy of the light grid, aligning ourselves, consciously choosing, and it actually takes daily choice, if not multiple times in a day, the choice, the consciousness to say, I align myself with the divine light grid that is present here on this earth. I activate the energy of oneness. I activate the energy of compassion. I activate the energy of divine truth. I activate the energy of purity. I activate the energy of clarity and truth. I activate the energy of divine limitless abundance. I activate the energy of all that is divine. To consciously ground ourselves, and I would suggest doing this conscious grounding of the light grid when you wake up in the morning. And as I say, if you feel yourselves being pulled towards ego, which we'll talk about a little bit more here in a minute, when we find ourselves getting into the trap of the ego grid, which all of us will, because this ego grid has been what we were programmed to live by from birth, ultimately. And so it's not an easy thing to shift within ourselves. So when we find ourselves pulled into the ego grid energetically, we will just, again, remind ourselves, I activate the light grid. Divine light, help me to activate the light grid. I suggest bringing in the energy of whales. Whales sing the song of the light grid. We are all 80% water. The song of the whales lives inside of us. And when we consciously align with the energy of the light grid, we consciously align ourselves with the song, the sound, the vibration, the energy of the whales, which they are singing the song of the light grid. They are holding this energy of light here on this earth, not holding They are singing it. They are enhancing the network of light. They are enhancing the light grid. They are singing to that light grid. And as we can imagine, whales are so huge, literally and figuratively. They are actually multidimensional beings living in what looks like a physical body. That's why their bodies are so big. They hold multidimensional energy very powerfully in their bodies. And so their bodies need to be big in order to hold that. And they also channel the energy of the light grid through their bodies, and that comes out through sound and song. And their sound and song helps us all to awaken to the energy of the light grid.